Hello students, in today's class we are going to learn Geography Lesson Migration Part 1. So, as soon as I tell migration, what do you all know? Yes, the movement of people from one territory to another territory or within the same territory with the intention to settle down is migration. A person who migrates is called a migrant. So, what is a migration? The movement of people from one territory to another territory or within the same territory, which means the movement of people from one place to another place or within the same country with the intention to settle down. So, what is the intention of the people who is moving? The intention is to settle down is called migration. A person who migrates is called a migrant. So, who is a migrant? A person who migrates is called a migrant. Migration actually refers to the movements of people which involves a change of residence by an individual or a family from one settlement to another. The movement of nomads from one place to another in search of food for their families and cattle is not considered as migration. So, who is nomads? Person who is moving from one place to another place. So, they will not settle in one area. They will be keep on moving. So, migration actually refers to the movements of people which involves change of residence by an individual or a family from one settlement to another. So, which means it will be a change in the residence by an individual. So, residence means address, so place. So, there will be a change in individual's life or a family from one settlement to another. So, the movement of nomads. So, I have already told you who is a nomad. Yes, nomad is a type of people who will not settle down in one place. They will be keep on moving in search of their families and food. So, cattle is not considered as migration. So, which is not considered as migration, the movement of nomads from one place to another in search of food for their families and in search of food for their cattle is not considered as migration. Then, this is because the Normans have no intention to settle down in the new place. Why this is happening? Because they do not have any intention to settle down in the new place. So, as I have already told, they will be keep on moving. They will not settle down in one place. Similarly, the temporary movement of people from one place or country to another for the purpose of trade, tourism, or pilgrimage is not regarded as migration as the people do not settle down in the place of destination. So, the temporary movement of people from one place or country. So, temporary movement is not considered as migration. The purpose of which means that the temporary movement purpose is trade, tourism, and pilgrimage is not regarded as migration as the people do not settle down in the place of destination. So they will not settle down in the place of destination. Next is now we are going to see types of migration. So, on the basis of movement of people within or outside a country, migration can be classified into two types. They are internal migration and external migration. So, on the basis of movement of people within or outside a country, migration can be classified into two types. So, how many types of migration is classified into? two types. What are those? Internal migration and external migration. So, first we will see about internal migration. The migration that takes place within the same country is called internal migration. On the basis of area, internal migration can be further classified into four types. So, what is internal migration? The migration that takes within the same country is called internal migration. So, which means the movement will be within the same country. For example, take India. So, people who move from is Bangalore to Mangalore, like that. So they move within the same country. Is called internal migration, which means if they're moving from Chennai to Pondicherry, like that, which means they are moving from same country. It's known as internal migration. On the basis of area, internal migration can be further classified into four types. They are rural to urban migration, urban to urban migration, rural to rural migration, urban to rural migration. So, internal migration have been classified into four types. What are those? Rural to urban migration, urban to urban migration, rural to rural migration, and urban to rural migration. So first we will see the rural to urban migration. So migration of people from villages to nearby or far off towns and cities is called rural to urban migration. This type of migration is common in developing countries. So this type of migration is common in where? In developing countries. In such countries, villagers migrate to urban areas in search of better job opportunities. So rural means village place, then urban means cities, like that. Migration of people from villages to nearby or far off towns and cities is called rural to urban migration. This type of migration is common in developing countries. So, rural to urban migration is common in developing countries. In such countries, villagers, why they are moving? Why the villagers are moving? Because in search of better job opportunities in villages, there will be very less very less job opportunities, and they will get best job opportunities in cities. Yes, so that's why they are moving from villages to cities in search of better job opportunities. For example, a large number of people from the rural areas of Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and Rajasthan have migrated to metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Delhi, and Kolkata. So, as I told you, see, for example, large number of people from the rural areas of Bihar, then Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan have migrated to metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Delhi, and Kolkata. So these people, from where they are moving? From Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and Rajasthan, to where they are moving? To metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Delhi, and Kolkata. Apart from job opportunities, people also migrate to cities for better education facilities, health services, and basic amenities. So, what is so the main objective is not only job opportunities, but even though people also migrate to cities. So, for what are the reasons? Better education facilities, health services, then basic amenities. Yes. So, all these are the reasons for the migration. Next, urban to urban migration. Migration from one urban area to another urban area is called urban to urban migration. So, what is urban migration? Migration from one urban area to another urban area is called urban to urban migration. For example, migration of people from Patna, Jaipur, and Lucknow to Delhi. The causes for such migration are better employment opportunities and social or business reasons. So, which means these people move into the cities. So they move from cities into cities. For example, where are they moving from? Patna, Jaipur, and Lucknow. To where they are moving? They are moving to Delhi. What are the reasons for the migrations? Yes, so better employment opportunities and social or business reasons. Next is rural to rural migration. Migration of people from one rural area to another rural area is called rural to rural migration. The causes for such migration are purchase of property, marriage, and availability of better agricultural facilities. So far we saw rural to urban to urban, and now we are learning about rural to rural. So which means people they are moving inside the villages. So for what reason they are moving inside the villages itself? Because the causes for such migration are purchase of property. So they want to earn lot of property, marriage, and availability of better agricultural facilities. So those who are having interest in agriculture, they move from one village to another village. So what are the reasons for rural to rural migration? Yes, for earning lot of property, marriage, and availability of better agricultural facilities. So all these are reasons for rural to rural migration. Next is urban to rural migration. Migration of people from urban area to rural area is called urban to rural migration. So what is urban to rural migration? Migration of people from urban area to rural area is called urban to rural migration. In developed countries, when the urban area get overcrowded and congested, people tend to migrate to suburban or rural areas. So, why people are moving from cities to villages? Because in urban area they are overcrowded and congested. So as you all know, they are overcrowded and congested. People tend to migrate to suburban or rural areas. In developing countries, this type of migration takes place when retired personnel migrate and settle in their native villages. So, why these are happening? Because when the retired personnel migrate, and so when the government staffs get retired and they want to settle in their native villages. Yes. So, why they are moving from cities to villages? The two reasons are overcrowded and congested. So just think about Chennai or other main cities. Yes, how they are overcrowded, and we have pollution, and we have less water. So all these are problems we are facing in, yes, in Chennai and other main cities. So these are the main reasons, and the other reason is those the government staffs are the others who got retired. They want to move and settle down in their native place after their retirement. Yes. Next is external migration. So far we saw internal migration and the four types of internal migration. What are those? Yes, rural to urban, then urban to urban, then rural to rural, then urban to rural. Yes, now we are going to learn about external migration. The migration of people from one country to another country is called external migration. External migration is also called international migration. So, the migration of people from one country to another. So, we saw in internal migration, they moved only within the country, within the state, yes. But here, in external migration, they are moving from one country to another country. If they just imagine that they are moving from India to America. Like that, they are moving from another country. External migration is also called international migration. So, what is international migration? External migration. Migration of the Indians to West Asian countries in search of better employment opportunities is an example of external migration. So, also in external migration, here they are, yes, telling us the same reason. What is that? Yes, employment opportunities. In search of better employment opportunities, they are moving from one country to another country. Besides, many people migrate as refugees due to political unrest or wars. The migration of people from Syria, Afghanistan, and Iraq to the European countries is an example of external migration caused to political unrest and war. So, beside many people migrate, which means reason behind many people migrating as refugees due to political unrest or wars. The migration of people from Syria, Afghanistan, and Iraq to the European countries is an example of external migration. So they are giving examples like people moving from Syria, Afghanistan, and Iraq to where they are moving. They are moving to European countries is an example of external migration caused to political unrest and war. Next is emigration. So in external we have two types. What is that? Emigration and immigration. So first we will see immigration. The movement of people from the country of origin to another country is called emigration. So what is emigration? The movement of people from their country of origin to another country is called immigration. The person who leaves her this country of origin to settle in another country is called immigrant. So the person who leaves her his country of origin to settle in another country is called an immigrant. Who is the immigrant? Person who leave their country of origin to settle in another country is called immigrant. So when they are when they leave their own country and they're moving just to settle down in some other country, it's called immigrant. Why they are moving? Yes, they would have born, studied, and got married in one country, and because of their future settlement they want to settle down in another country. They will move to another country and they want to rise in life, so that they want better settlement, better money. So for all those reasons they migrate from one place to another place. So those who are moving like that is called as immigrant. Next is immigration. The movement of people into a new country where they want to settle is called immigration. So, the movement of people into a new country where they want to settle is called immigration. The person who arrives into a new country is called immigrant. So, who is the immigrant? Yes, the person who arrives into a new country. They are moving to a new country is called immigrant. So far we saw about migration, then we saw types of migration. How many types we saw? Two types. What are those? Yes, internal and external. In internal, we saw four types. What are those? Yes, rural to urban, then urban to rural, then rural to rural, and urban to urban. Yes, then we saw in external migration. External migration means moving from one country to another country. Then internal migration means moving inside the country. Yes, then why nomads are not considered as migrants? Because they will not settle down in one place. They will be keep on moving in search of food and in search of food for the cattle, so that they are not considered as migrants. Why we consider migrants is only those who settle down by moving from one place to another. We call them as migrants. Yes. Then in external migration, yes, people those who move from one country to another country is called as external migrant. Yes. Then I want everyone to write in your classwork about migration, types of migration, external and internal. In our next video, we will process of migration. Thank you, children, for listening. Have a good day.